Alright everybody, I'm going to go ahead and make my official Titan skating video. Now, I just want to go ahead and clear some things. You do not need Twilight Garrison to Titan skate. You can Titan skate just fine without it, but I like my Twilight Garrison gameplay and movement. That's why I use it. I don't use it to handicap my skating. If you can skate with Garrison, you can skate without it. They go hand in hand. Next, I do have an elite controller. No, it does not make you faster. The only reason I use my paddle when I skate is when I'm skating into when I know I'm about to have an engagement and I can look while aiming. That's the benefit of it. I can skate much faster using my thumb and the button because I can press it faster. Alright, so let's go over the setup. The goal here is to have the lowest agility possible. The reason for this is you want your character to jump as low as possible. Your higher agility, you're going to have your base jump just be higher. The reason why you want your agility low is for your jump to be low off the ground. That way you can get more bursts in faster. Now this is the setup you want. You want increased control, Titan Codex 1, Titan Codex 5. This will give you the fastest skate speed, but I don't really run Titan Codex 5 because I would rather run max armor. It really doesn't make that huge of a difference. And I'd rather have the benefits of max armor. You can also shoulder charge if you want. You can use that to skate, yeah. I mean, it's somewhat beneficial without it, but I don't like shoulder charge because, you know, I have my reasonings behind it. Like, I feel like when I have it, I have to use it, and I'd rather just use my Twilight for other stuff. Also, I do know you can skate faster by using whatever that gun's name is, the Spartan laser. I know because it keeps you closer to the ground. I use a sword because I think it helps with new people being able to see their character and help get the timing down when their character is going to touch the ground. Also, another thing, if you think Titan skating is just spamming the jump button, you're probably a casual, or you're probably not skating to your full potential, or you probably skate like this. And then claim to be good at skating. Now I have two methods. I have the 1-2-3 method and the 1-2-1 method. The 1-2-3 method is getting your burst off as fast as you can at a 1-2-3 tempo, like a certain tempo. 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3. One, two, three. 1-2-3. Okay, the next is 1-2-1. 1-2-1. 1-2-1. Messed up there, but the 1-2-3 method is really the basic. Fuck off. Is the basic skating method. I use that for my initial burst. Then I switch to the 1-2-1 method.
Heavy ammo
that
available.
helps me adjust for my terrain. Because if you use all three bursts up immediately, then you're not going to be able to adjust for terrain. Now you can Titan skate without Garrison. Like I said, they go hand in hand. All you do is jump, fall about halfway, and then begin the same process. Once you're going uphill like this, going uphill is going to be much easier than going downhill. So you can get just as much speed without Garrison. Now the reason I use Garrison for my skating technique is because you can Garrison backwards and then continue to skate. You can't do that without Garrison. You can go ahead and run around for 3 seconds building your solar charge to try and skate backwards. Or you can skate laterally and just instantly getting into cover, getting wherever you need to go. That's the benefit of Garrison. It's not a freaking handicap. So to get your highest speed, you want to stay as low to the ground as possible and as flat to the ground as possible. So you don't want to be going up at like a 60-degree angle. You want to stay level. The reason why you want to stay level is because it just keeps you close to the ground and lets you get more bursts in faster. So here's a little example of going uphill without Garrison. Here's an example of going uphill with Garrison. The Garrison just helps you get a speed way faster. And you can do it in any direction. Just stop, boom. Backward skate on some shotgunning ape. Doing the stuff that I show you will just like, it'll help you step your game up. And you know, when I do 1v1s with people, they're just constantly mentioning like how fast I am, and they can't keep up with me. I can outrun blade dancers all day, outrun ionic blinking stormcrawlers all day. I can outrun a sparrow also. Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch to other more common maps for Crucible and show you some routes and other tips. Alright, so Skirmish, Burning Shrine. I'm gonna show you a couple routes on here. Now again, if you think Titan skating is just pressing A, well, sure, you think that way. But there's a lot of
your opponents and revive your allies.
The main thing about skating is knowing your map, knowing your terrain, and your timing for jumps so you don't get caught on stuff. So I'm about to go over a lot of information and a lot of little things about skating. It's going to be it might seem a little overwhelming. Just see these routes that I take, listen to take in what you can, and then just go practice these routes. Once you kind of get like these routes down, you get the feel of skating, you'll be able to incorporate it in any gameplay, any movement, and just anywhere. This is a really common route I like to take during trials, because you always spawn right here. Now this is one thing you gotta watch out for. As a hunter, Bones of Veil, you get that a lot of speed by bouncing off the wall right there. It's a similar thing with Titans. So if you can bounce off a roof like that, that's even better. Now this is the thing about knowing terrain. You gotta watch out for this little piece of rock right here. You don't want to hit the front of it. You want to either hit on it or before it, so you bounce off and miss it. But then you gotta be aware of this tiny little gap you have to go all the way up there and not hit that wall right a shot. Alright, so this maneuver is kind of hard. I mean, once you get better, get used to it. I'm gonna see if I can get it in the first try. Alright, well, I hit that wall right there. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of go over this clip again, slowly explaining little mechanics that'll help you perfect your Titan skating. Notice, like I said, I hit before that rock. You gotta be aware of your surroundings and time stuff like that. Next is moving your analog slightly to the left once you land, just a little bit to barely miss that wall, but not too far for the next entrance above the stairs. Right here is very important. This is where I use the 1-2-1 method, because you want to save that last burst or kind of be floating on your second burst to time yourself so that you hit the top of the stairs versus hitting the middle of the stairs. And this will help you maintain your speed versus losing it. Here's another small little thing. It's not super big deal, but if you can try and float to the left or something and that wall right there hangs lower, so you can tap that and help you just, get down to the ground faster. Now, being aware that you're going to need to change directions soon, you need to slow down your speed a little bit so that your garrison will be able to garrison at its full speed. Kind of an obvious one right here. Just make sure you try and land on that little platform, and then make sure your next portion you're skating lands on top of this stairs. And this is the thing with timing right here with skating. You want to be able to time your ceilings and your environment. I usually use the 1-2-1 method for stuff like this. I was able to get my 2 bursts in and then usually save the last burst to control my placement so that I can begin again and my character hits the top of the ceiling, which propels me towards the ground. So I know my next thing I need to go downwards to the next doorway, and then from there on. Here's a perfect example of the 1-2-1. Just listen to this. You hear 1-2-1. I use that third burst, the 1, to help level my character off with the ground and smoothly go through the doorway. Right here is just a little bit of timing. I mean, you could probably do 1, 2, 3 real quick, and then kind of time your jumps around that box. That's a lot of thing about Titan skating. It's a lot about rhythm and timing. Now, if you spawn over on this side, if you're a sniper, the benefit of being able to skate so fast is you can get the lanes so fast. Boom. You're already there sniping people who walk in from near the spawn on Trials. And pretty much like I said, just practice the main routes that I showed you earlier. Once you get stuff like that down, then you'll be able to easily associate, just do Titan skating everywhere, anytime, no matter the map and all that. So on Bannerfall, when you spawn, you want to try and go through this doorway as smoothly as possible, but even better if you can tap the roof, you'll get a lot more speed right there. So you're going to want to jump up, and you're going to want to pretty much use 2 bursts here. You're going to really have to time the roof. Then you're going to have to watch out for these boxes, of course. You'll probably have to get a little bit of height, unless you can maneuver around them. But you'll get a lot of speed, and if you can go through that door, that works too. You can float up top, or you can turn right and go into that big snipe lane right there. You get there really fast.
Heavy ammo inbound.